NASA has launched a website called Planet Patrol, where members of the public can collaborate with astronomers to hunt for new worlds. They'll be sorting through images collected by NASA's Transiting Exoplanet Survey satellite, or TESS, over the course of a year.
They look like a cute couple, Brennan.
Thousands of snapshots, but it's too many for scientists to examine without help.
And computers sometimes fail to determine potential planets from imposters. That's where the volunteers come in. They will answer.
Wait, you're an imposter?
They sift through images to help researchers narrow down the list of potential planets.
So pretty fascinating for people. Maybe you wanted to be an astronaut growing up. Maybe it didn't work out. But now you can pitch in and help NASA with this project.
Yeah, it's really cool. A lot of people are fascinated by what's going on in the sky and space. And so you don't have to have all that technical math and science that's involved to be an astronaut when you can just do something like this.
It's kind of cool stuff.
Very neat, no doubt about that. And if you want to look a little closer, say in our atmosphere this morning, we're seeing really nothing going on. We do have some sunshine, though, beginning to take shape on our live weather cam, looking off at Russellville Road, just outside the studio. Sunrise will be officially in about 12 minutes at 6:42. But otherwise, though, we do have a beautiful morning to start with. Clear skies, and before that sun was actually really rising, you could actually see that full moon. Very, very bright. It's also beginning to set. Otherwise, though, it is chilly. Temperatures now in the upper 30s to low 40s. With dew points now nice and dry in the upper 30s, with wind speeds very light out of the north and west, but they'll begin to pick up between 5 and 10 miles per hour today, bringing in that nice chilly air. As the day planner shows us, temperatures only to the mid to low 60s. We'll also cloud cover this afternoon. We'll call it partly cloudy for today, but sunshine then for this morning with that very chilly air.
This morning, new leadership officially in place at Louisville Metro Police. Chief Yvette Gentry was sworn in during a ceremony early Thursday, and she replaces Chief Robert Schroeder.
Everyone's watching this video. Brennan just farted.
Gentry is the first woman and third African American to serve as chief. She first joined LMPD in 1990 and worked for the department until she retired in 2014. She is not LMPD's permanent chief selection. Mayor Fisher is expected to name the new permanent chief by the end of the year. Now, to flu season, getting your shot is as easy as rolling down your window and rolling up your sleeve. Getting the vaccine even more vital this year as we also battle COVID-19. Grace Gilbert Clinic is giving patients the ability to take their flu shot drive-through style.
One of the important things of getting flu shot this year is the ability to prevent people from getting flu in light of the COVID era, as both illnesses can present in a very similar way. So if we can prevent one, we have a better chance of catching the other.
You can visit Grace Gilbert's location on Nashville Road or on Park Street. They are giving those flu shots weekdays from 8:30 to 4:30.
It's probably a good thing that they have the drive-through, because otherwise walking through to see all of that, you'd probably get pretty tired.
Yes, you would. I'm kind of lazy, so I'm happy to drive through instead of walk.
Yes, especially with this cooler weather we've been seeing. And this is the first Friday of October, meaning that it is time for the Service One Credit Union 3-degree guarantee check presentation every morning on AM Kentucky. When I correctly forecast that day's high within 3 degrees, Service One gives $50 to that month's charity. In September, it was Down Syndrome of South Central Kentucky, the Buddy House.
Down syndrome in South Central Kentucky's mission is to enhance the quality of life for individuals with Down syndrome and their families by providing support, information, education, resources, networking, and activities. Service One is very happy to be able to present them with $500 for the Service One 3-degree for September.
Awesome. Thank you so very much. These funds will come in a lot of good use this year.
And this month, the charity is going to be something different. We're going to be seeing temperatures that were yesterday, didn't quite get to 74, but this month's charity is the core of Scottsville. And today's forecast high, 64 degrees with partly cloudy skies.
We all know Mitch McConnell is. Kentucky law enforcement needs strong leaders who have our backs. Amy McGrath fails the test.
Temperatures starting off chilly and remain chilly for much of the day as temperatures only get into the mid to low 60s. Sunshine early, becoming partly cloudy as we head into this afternoon and this evening. We do have some allergy concerns, though, for today. Not for the grass, weeds, or trees, but the mold count getting a little bit more moderate. So if you have any kind of allergens towards molds like myself, then you might need those allergy medications before going outside today. But the good news is the air quality forecast is good for today on this Friday here in South and Central Kentucky. You're really not seeing any kind of issues out there when it comes to air quality across the region for that matter. But we are seeing clear skies. Temperatures are nice and chilly. We'll go and zoom out to show you where this high pressure is off towards northwestern Arkansas. It's pulling in that chilly air from Canada, the north and west. You see temperatures down to the low 40s and upper 30s all across the Midwest. And here in Bowling Green, we are into the low 40s. Over in Glasgow and E-Town, upper 30s. Mid to low 40s from Campbellsville, Madisonville, and Hopkinsville, with that sun beginning to rise. Over in Burkesville right now, we do have areas of low-lying fog. That sun also taking rise with temperatures down to the upper 30s to low 40s. Also Franklin, a beautiful shot there. And in Russellville, good morning, folks out there. We're seeing mostly sunny skies and temperatures now in the upper 30s to low 40s across the region, with those dew points measure the moisture in the air in the upper 30s. So nice and dry for this Friday morning. And wind speeds are light out of the north and west between 5 miles per hour or less than that. But today, they could get up to 10 miles per hour for the afternoon. And our future predictor, we are seeing just mostly sunny skies for this morning. Partly cloudy this afternoon with those temperatures reaching the mid to low 60s. And then for tonight, clear skies, another chilly night expected. And Saturday, warmer air does begin to arrive. Also on Saturday, we do have the WKU playing Middle Tennessee. That is the 100 miles of hate at 4 o'clock. Temperatures at the game kickoff will be into the mid-60s by the end of the game, mid to upper 50s, mainly clear skies, though, as we head into the fourth quarter of that game. And looking at the Lake Cumberland forecast highs, mid to low 60s for Columbia, Russell Springs, Burkesville, and Albany. In that 7-day forecast, we are seeing those temperatures in the mid-60s for Saturday and Sunday. Sunday could see a stray shower during the afternoon hours. Otherwise, though, partly cloudy. Monday and Tuesday through the week, sunny skies, but temperatures on the rise. And by Wednesday, upper 70s, but by Thursday, back down into the lower 70s. And now, quick look at your first alert traffic. Taking a look right now over at I-24 in Oak Grove. Seeing really no issues out there so far this morning over in Christian County. Also looking off at I-165, just your usual congestion right now along I-165 for a Friday morning. And off towards E-Town, a truck has pulled over inside the roadway. If you see a truck pulled over or any kind of vehicle alongside the curb, just make sure you move over one lane to give them plenty of space, because we don't want to have any kind of accidents from that. Otherwise, though, no issues to talk about so far this morning, other than sun delays as the sun begins to rise, nice and clear skies. And by this evening, just your usual evening congestion for a Friday. But otherwise, no weather hazards. Just please drive safe for this Friday.
Overnight, President Trump tweeting that both he and the First Lady have tested positive for the coronavirus.
Did you hear this
ABC's
one?
Alex Brochet is in Washington this morning with the latest.
This morning, the coronavirus pandemic reaching the...
Well, that's the first.
President Trump tweeting overnight, the First Lady and I tested positive for COVID-19. We will begin our quarantine and recovery process immediately. We will get through this together. The First Lady adding, as too many Americans have done this year, the President and I are quarantining at home. Please be sure you are staying safe, and we will get through this together. The White House physician saying both are well and they plan to remain at home within the White House. Late Thursday, President Trump announced plans to quarantine after one of his closest advisors, Hope Hicks, tested positive for the coronavirus. Sources telling ABC News Hicks is experiencing symptoms. The president saying this on Fox News.
You know Hope very well. She's fantastic, and she's done a great job. But it's very, very hard when you are with people from the military or from law enforcement, and they come over to you, and they want to hug you, and they want to kiss you, because we really have done a good job for them. And
What the crap, man? Did you hear this crap?
Happen.
She traveled with the president multiple times this week, including that trip to Cleveland Tuesday for the first presidential debate. Sources also telling ABC News Hicks tested positive the following day. President Trump mocked Joe Biden for wearing a mask at that debate.
I don't wear a mask like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen.
He's also admitted to downplaying the virus and has held rallies that defy his own White House coronavirus guidelines. The president just said this on Thursday.
We're on track to develop and distribute a vaccine before the end of the year, and maybe substantially before. And I just want to say that the end of the pandemic is in sight.
Throughout this pandemic, more than 7 million people have been diagnosed with the coronavirus in the U.S., and more than 207,000 have died. There's also the question of what does this do to the Trump campaign? The White House released a revised schedule. That appearance in Florida has now been canceled. Alex Brochet, ABC News, Washington.
And this news coming just 32 days before the election. So far, upcoming events for the president have been canceled, including that rally he referenced in Florida. And news of the first couple contracting the coronavirus sent the stock market futures tumbling. Dow futures fell more than 400 points after President Trump tweeted that he and the First Lady tested